Well, welcome YouTubers. This might be my first video I post. I'm going to try to keep myself talking, give you something interesting. The new thing that I did today is I just finished the install of the Power Commander V5, whatever you want to call it. And I'm already noticing a nice little difference here. It's just that immediate pickup. It's just more immediate. Lower RPMs. There's just more there. It's nice. And I'm a heavier rider, so my bike doesn't give me everything that you lighter riders get out of a Ninja 300. So yeah, I'm really liking it. I've got the Yoshimura R77 slip-on carbon fiber, and I got the Kanen air filter. Just put that in as well today. So kind of a joint mod. I didn't want to do air until I knew I had fueling sorted. There's 2 lanes here, people. What are you doing? That was a nice Lamborghini. There's no lines on the road. Of course, this is California. It's a splittins de rigueur, and people are used to it, and I think I'm pretty aggressive at it. What the hell happened to the road? Okay, I did that one bad myself. I'm going to take a little trip today down to one of my favorite local, or actually 2 potentially of my favorite local motorsports shops. One of them is celebrating their anniversary. I think it's a 10-year anniversary. I can't remember. The party was earlier, but I didn't want to wait to install this thing any longer. Had it staring at me for about a week now, going, do it, do it. But I knew it would take me a while. You have to take the bike fairly far apart, almost every fairing off. The oh, thanks, lady. The hard part actually involves the fuel tank. Now, a lot of people, including Power Commander, DynoJet, tell you to take the fuel tank off, but some people who install the Area P tuner, which is a less involved tuner made by DynoJet, that they just prop up the fuel tank. So I figured I'd give that a whirl, because I had just fueled up my fuel tank last night, so I was topped off, and I did not have any kind of siphon or any way to empty that out. So I just said, let's prop it up. Now luckily I had a nice big 4x4 that I cut off for something a long time ago that I for some reason kept around, and it came in perfectly. First I used it a little incorrectly. I had it underneath the petcock, the bottom of the tank, potentially putting all the tank's weight on the petcock. I realized that fairly quickly and moved that back to a more safe position. I might do some canyons later today, but for now I'm just trying to get to the shop before they close. I have a want of a dark or mirrored face shield for my helmet. I wear glasses, so when it's a day like today, or daylight, I'll probably wear my sunglasses. I have prescription Oakley sunglasses underneath, and they work pretty well for me visually, but I know they don't look as good. Recently I went up to Mulholland, famous rock store, famous snake section of road last weekend. I was up there 3 days that weekend, and I just went up and down the snake on that last day probably 10 times. It was a lot of fun, but when I got into the pictures that some photographers up there, 3 different photographers that I know of, take, I didn't like what I looked like with the clear shield. Just didn't complete the package. I mean, part of the package is me, and I'm overweight, so that ruined the photos too. A little bit. But I think the mirrored face shield, it would have helped me like the ones I did like a little better. Anyways, yeah, I'm feel like I'm definitely noticing a difference here, and I'm not hearing that popping I used to get a lot when I let off the gas, the black fire. So the tuner has definitely taken care of that issue as well, which could be a little fun, but it was probably a bit much, you know, or too much attention. It's best to fly under radar a little bit, but technically, besides the hopeful performance gains, I put the slip-on on to get a little more attention. Oh, there's a little popping right there from LA drivers, because when I lane split and I'm too quiet, they notice the exhaust a little more. Get off your phone, Mr. Lexus. So, it's also a really hot day. It's summer, it's LA, and it's the valley. All of that means 100 degrees, probably. Or at least 90 today. I got my all mesh gear. Got my mesh boots, or air boots, perforated leather. I've got my mesh jacket, and I got my mesh pants. Granted, California, LA is warm enough. I pretty much wear my mesh pants anytime since I've gotten them. I took out, there's 2 different liners, one for, I don't know, warmth, one for rain. I don't wear either of those. Now, the odd thing about this jacket and these pants, granted they're a different company, so you shouldn't always expect cooperation, as it were, but the little zipper that connects your jacket to your pants is made by YKK. It appears to be the same size. The extra flap for each zipper is the same size. They zip together perfectly. But the jacket and the pants here will not zip together because there's like a little nub, little proprietary nub. I would say, as much as this is probably cooler than the leather as far as weather, heat, mesh only gets you so far. It is hot. Part of my problem is I live on the exact opposite side of the valley from both places I want to go, so it's a bit of a trip. Hot asphalt, it's radiating heat. guess it absorbs everything and sends it right back at you. Oh, there's a huge difference on this stuff compared to that fresh stuff back there. It's like 10-15 degrees. Wow. Oh, my right side is really hot and my left side is really cool. Wow. Now both sides of me are hot. That is amazing. That is creepy. People in the cars have no idea what this is like. This is so strange. Chrome windshield on now, so now I'm gonna head out to some cooler pastures.